Well, good morning. Today, the name of the game is work. Now, normally that would make me shiver. But everything today revolves around creative work and bettering oneself, like going to the gym. I'm going to start this morning off with journaling and reading, which I haven't done the last couple of days. So it's going to be nice getting back to my normal routine. And added bonus is it's raining today, which makes me want to stay right here all day. But alas, we got lots to do today, and that excites me. And that's a good change of pace to be excited about getting stuff done.
I still can't believe for the life of me that I went this many decades without a fountain pen. This literally makes everything better. Makes me excited to write as much as humanly possible. All right, so breakfast down the hatch, and I'm back to editing yesterday's video, and because I'm going to post that today on the tube, and about to go hit the gym. What's cool is that I have no idea what I'm talking about right now. I was going to sit here and spout some wisdom, and I just don't have any. Bloody hell. If I remember it, I promise I will spout it. But until then, I'm just going to pretend like I just said the most insightful, wisdom-laced thing. What the hell was I talking about? What was I trying to say? Dude. I weighed myself just a minute ago. This is day 2 in the gym since I come back. This is Wednesday, so this is a couple days after the last day. And I weighed 216. Dude, I was 221 2 days ago. Now, mind you, I've been eating like a normal human should, and I have been in the gym, and I also hopped on the bike a couple times, put 5 to 10 miles on the bike. So just getting that blowed out, that excess water weight and such. And man, it feels completely different, but I am super sore from the other day, and that is a very good thing. I'm very happy about that. I hate the Stairmaster. Check this out. I love little rainstorms in the distance. It's been just kind of sitting there since I've been in the gym while I was walking in, and that storm was right there still. And it doesn't seem like it's moved at all in the last hour. Also, there's some really cool, decent sized gators in this little pond right here. You see them up there on the bank every now and then. And they're big, which means they're eating. I don't know what, but they're eating. Speaking of eating, let's go make a smoothie. Let's see if I can remember what I was freaking talking about this morning. Ah, yes, now I remember. It was after journaling, as a matter of fact. And I had just finished journaling, so I don't know why I forgot, but I was talking about how I'm becoming. I don't feel like I'm on so much a healing path anymore. I'm on more of a becoming path. That said, yesterday I made a post about Pride Month. And prior to that, the day before, I was scrolling and such, and I was seeing a bunch of other creators who are just killing it in what they do. Some are talking about stats and presenting their arguments with authority. Some are wittily talking crap about their perceived enemy. And I was seeing those, I'm like, dude, I don't have a thing. I don't have a me. I don't have a calling card, so to speak, as far as specifically talking about content creation. And that's what I was writing about this morning. But see, I posted yesterday about Pride Month. And what I did was I told a true story that happened to me when I was in Mississippi, about how I was just hanging out at a dive bar, and then a couple people came in and said, hey, do you want to go to this other bar? And I said, yes, because I love going to places that locals recommend. And so I went with them, and it was a gay bar, and it was a freaking incredible time. And there was a drag show going on, and I freaking love drag shows. And I was saying how I was raised in rural Texas. The story took place in the middle of Mississippi. I'm white. I'm straight. I've got a beard. And so I told the entire story from such a human place without disparaging any perceived naysayer, without talking about stats, without trying to make any sort of argument. I wasn't making any argument. I was saying how I had this experience and what it meant to me. And then it dawned on me after I made that is who I am. And this warmth took over because I realized that I, in doing so, in presenting that way, that truthful way, that is me. I love talking about experience. I love talking about moments. I love talking about how things made me feel and my reaction to it. And this is why a lot of my content in the past has done so well, because I was talking about my transgressions or my oversights or my shortcomings in the past, as far as being a boyfriend, as far as being a friend, or just a normal human. And I talked about how I both became aware of and processed the underlying roots that led to that dismay, or led to those maladies, or irreconcilabilities, if that's even a word. It is now. We're storytellers. And that's the revelation I had. And it's so, that makes me so happy, and not like in an emotional state. It makes me so at peace, because I've spent so many years, quite literally years, searching for what made me me. Dang, this smoothie is good. Just finished the last final edits of a property I photographed yesterday, exporting now, and then send them over to the client. I'm telling you, this workflow is freaking lovely, having an editor. And I spent so many years, like 2-3 years, in real estate photography without having an editor, and it was just a drain. It's been very, very lovely with an editor. And that way I can get this all sent off and actually have a freaking life. Now, I made a video yesterday about my real estate photography. I brought the camera along, and I need to now go into that edit, the video edit, and put some of those photos that I took so I can show the proof of my results. So I'm gonna put that in that video as well, and then I'm gonna post that video. So all of this is kind of flowing along. I appreciate the little bit of a well-oiled workflow I have going on. The only thing that's lacking, I seem to notice, is my reading. I'm not reading as much as I usually do. Today I only read 5-6 pages this morning. Usually it's 10, 15, 20, and then 10, 15, 20 in the evening. But that's all right. We're building something bigger here. That Dostoevsky has been around for 140 years. That book is going to be right there waiting for me. But this, we're striking while the iron's hot. I have momentum, I have a drive, I have my creativity, I have the spark, so I'm going to keep riding with that. So now, let me finish that video and upload it, and that would be day 2. I've got this weird urge to go buy a bottle of wine. I have this little craving. I want to just drink a glass of wine every evening. I have not bought a bottle of wine in literal years. I don't even have a wine. I don't have a wine glass. Don't judge me on my cabinet. All right. I meal prep and I drink all my water out of those gigantic gallons of bottles of water. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go get a bottle of red wine, maybe a good cab. And a glass. And I'm going to sip on that. So I'm heading to the store to get said bottle. And I'm heading right into a freaking rainstorm, which I don't even mind because my windshield is filthy and I'm running out of that little fluid stuff because I need to get a freaking oil change as well. Slacking. So we're about to get a free car wash, and I am quite excited about that. Now this place isn't my beloved H-E-B, but it's the closest thing I got. Market Basket. I suppose a Texas staple, actually. I don't know if they have that anywhere else. We'll see if we can find some wines in here. Never shop for booze in here. Hello. One thing I noticed when I'm recording these videos and I play it back and I watch some of these, I walk really fast. And it's so funny seeing all the stuff pass, whiz right by me in these videos, especially when I'm in stores and stuff, when you have some contextual stuff. All right. Do we even have wine here? There we are. Now, I'm not exactly a connoisseur. Like I said, I haven't bought a freaking bottle in years. So we're just going to go for price right now. Get a cab for $10 or less. No such luck so far. I've seen some of these before. I've actually had that one. A Coppola cab. That's really good. I've had the Apothecary.
Can I get a manager to 3, please?
Oh boy. All right. What do we do? I'm sure you're watching this, you're pointing out like 15 things. So we got the Barefoots over there. We know Barefoot. We know that's Yellowtail. I know and love Yellowtail. There we are. We can do this one. I think I've actually had this one before. Cab from Chile, 2024. All right, we can do that. I do need a wine glass because I don't even have one of those. Do they even have those here? There is a Dollar General next door, or a Family Dollar or something. I'm gonna go do that. One quick side note, I'm right next to a freaking Pizza Hut right there. And that smell is wafting. I just ate. We're getting warm. Do you have wine glasses around here? Okay.
I think.
Oh, yeah, there they are.
Okay, I was going to say, I don't have my glasses on.
You nailed it. Thank you. $1.75. That's actual glass, too. Impressive. Cool. That's a deal. Bought 2 of them. I mean, because it was such a good deal. But also, in the chances that maybe one day I'll be able to share this wine with somebody. Until then, it's just me. Cheers. It's been a long time since I've had a little of that vino. Hey, check this out. I brought out the big guns for us this evening. Make sure I'm lit in more ways than one. Today was a very lovely day, and I find myself saying that quite often. That's a very good thing. You know, I was thinking about this not too long ago, how there was a time in my life, and some people I used to know as well, where every day was tiptoeing. Most days were bad days. I found that the common denominator of the bad days wasn't the stuff that's going on. I mean, the same shit goes on now that did in those times. The common denominator is the self-trust and self-love you have. In the interest of not making this too self-helpy or self-help language, I was just ruminating on the thought that in my past I had a lot of breakdowns where I wish somebody would save me. I wish somebody would put their arm around me and say, man, it's going to be all right, I got you. And I think I'm going to talk a little bit more about that tomorrow. I want to journal about that because it's such a great topic. Because what I'm trying to say is I'm becoming the person who I always wanted to save me. I'm going to expound on that a little bit. I'm going to journal on that one tomorrow morning. But I had a lot of bad days in the past. And when I look back on it, a lot of it seems innocuous. When you really think about it in terms of the grandiose terms of eternity, all of it is innocuous. But to me, when everything had such a heightened sense of importance and the lack of attention or the lack of love or the lack of whatever that I wasn't receiving on the outside, whenever I wasn't getting that, that had a heightened sense of doing me wrong. Like I felt like I was done wrong. Like the universe and everything and everyone in it was unjust. And dude, I don't feel like that at all at this point in my life. That's why no matter what happens on the outside there, I know I'm coming home to me. Every single day, every single moment of every day. Doesn't mean I don't feel some stuff. I feel sadness. I feel anguish. I feel despondent. Hell, I'll even have a little tinge of self-loathing every now and then. I got mad at myself because I cracked this screen. I slammed the trunk on it a couple of weeks ago. Got really mad at myself. But I recentered. I regulated and recentered. So cheers to that. Cheers to regulating and recentering on your own accord. I'm going to call it an evening and rest, and I'm going to journal on that tomorrow morning. That's how we'll start the day. I hope you have a great rest of your evening, great rest of your day whenever you're watching this. And I'll see you tomorrow.